Good evening everyone, welcome back to some more Drop Duchy. Last time we played we were working through the trial missions. There are two at the bottom that I haven't attempted yet, I think. Oh no, there are three. Oh, I thought I had two left, I was wrong. So we've got traitors to attempt. What does this do? In each combat round, if you don't if you don't hire mercenaries, they join the enemy's side. After paying them, they won't join the enemy even if you don't select them in your buildings. That seems really difficult. So basically the enemy gets, I assume, all three mercenary units. And they get 150% garrison. And they're more expensive to buy, but we get more resources and we can reserve a unit. This could be tricky. Let's play as the Duchy to start with. Used to have a quest on them. I think this is the last quest. Unlock the final perk in the tree. So we'll see how we go. We have forest and plains related cards, mostly plains. Let's have a quick look ahead to what's coming along in terms of battles. The river one, which we'll want to avoid, so we'll go straight through the middle. Another river one that we really can't avoid. And we won't be able to get over to here. So really we can ditch the forest cards, I think, and move more into river-based cards if we get the opportunity. We need to stick with plains just because of all the resources we've got. We'll start 50-50. No point unlocking anything yet. I can't afford to hire any mercenaries, so presumably I just have to deal with 3 mercenaries even though this is a peaceful run. We will see. No, 2-player buildings. Does it only... So, how does this work? Do the mercenary units only appear then on battle rounds, not on peaceful rounds? Only time will tell. Let's see if we can set up a 4-line run here. We'll put that in reserve and hopefully we can build it up. I'd like to keep the farm somewhere in the middle. I guess it'll have to go there. It's not ideal, but better than nothing. This little corner here is going to be fiddly to fill in, although that will do the job. Again, I'm not making the best of the farm by putting this big chunk of woodland on top of it. Didn't think that through, did I? Screw it, we'll take 3. No, we won't. We'll take 2. I can't even count. 2 lots of 2. Might get a second shot at it. Okay, this isn't the worst time to get a wood clearer though. We can do good work with this. So that'll turn them to plains, and then the farm kicks in and gets me an extra field. If I leave that and play that, I get a double row rather than a single, which is slightly better. Okay, good. We're going to need military units. I think that's pretty clear. Prison's a good early get. It doesn't depend on terrain type, so it keeps our options open. I'd like a playable card early on, I think. I already picked a prison that has swords, so I don't want to do that again. Let's see if we can get some gold production, as that's what we're lacking at the moment. Burgomaster would work. We do have both the fortified farm and the garrison generating fields, which will work with the Burgomaster. We'll try that. Bonus food, I will take the risk of making a trade and taking some damage. We now have a plains heavy battle to come. I can upgrade at least 2 slots. Add prison and Burgomaster. We've got plenty of food, so let's hire an additional mercenary. I think I'll try and deal with the other 2. I don't know what the optimal choice is here. We can unlock 1 more slot. Play the mercenary we've hired. The other 2 will presumably go into the enemy's deck. If I was to hire another mercenary, I'd have to remove the Burgomaster. I don't want to do that. I want to try and get some resources first. I could upgrade the wood clearer, but I'm going to abandon forests at the end of the run. Being able to stack extra food resources, though, seems like an excellent idea. Watchtower works off plains and fields. That's going to be nasty. We'll reserve that for the foreseeable. Burgomaster needs to be connected to fields and production buildings, which we have neither so far. It'll have to go there for now. But because of the garden, it gets triggered straight away off itself. That's handy. Don't really want to cover it up with this unit. Do you count as a production building, or are you considered purely military? I don't know, but we can make it adjacent to fields. If I put, well, we'll fill in the side first. Put the fortified farm here. Does the Burgomaster trigger off the farm? Oh, wow, it really did. Oh, it's connected fields. It's not even adjacent. Oh, wow. I didn't read that properly. Oh, that's huge. Okay, so we've just got a load of connected fields. Fantastic. Don't really want to fill in that hole yet, with that in mind. Here's the first mercenary camp. More fields. Love to see it. Prison can go here. That's fine. Actually, I don't like that very much. It's sort of... I'm looking ahead to that S shape that's coming and where I'm going to put it. And I don't have any good ideas. I guess if we do it like this, I can lay it flat. Then I can put this mercenary camp in here. This isn't ideal. It leaves a gap of 1, but it's better than nothing. It does connect up some more fields. Burgomaster has absolutely done its job of bringing in gold resources for us. Training camp needs to be aligned to allied military buildings. I don't like that very much. What's its garrison? 13 versus 12 on the watchtower. But if I put it here, it won't be aligned to anything. I think. Oh no, it does still trigger off that. Ooh. I think we hide the watchtower here instead. That shouldn't trigger at all. Yeah. Another mercenary appears. Oof, this is going to be tough with all these mercenary units to deal with. But we're getting some good resources at least. Here comes my watchtower, which... yeah. Weirdly, I'm going to put next to their watchtower, almost as a blocker. It does trigger a little bit. Because I want to put this as far out of the way as I can. They'll still get 1 archer from it, I think. Yeah. I'm wondering whether I should start stealing 2 mercenary units rather than 1. And don't buy any more military units myself. That might be the strat. So let's deal with this first. My axes will take out the swords fairly comfortably. Then I can make a nice big stack of swords, take out the archers, and actually that's worked out quite well. Hmm, 23 spare. Goes into our gold. We aren't going to have spare building slots for Faith with all the mercenaries we're going to buy. I'd like to think we're going to do better than single rows, at least for now. I don't think we've got enough spare gold to re-roll, so we'll take the optimizer. But we do need to try and remember to do multiple rows if we can, to make the most out of that. This is an interesting decision. I don't really want to trade away my food here because I need to unlock more slots with it. I'm going to do... weirdly, I'm going to do gold for food. Well, no, because it's a double, isn't it? That'll be the smallest trade up. Do we sacrifice food? Yeah, do you know what? I think we do. Because we've got lots of plains and fields and ways of getting more. We're not going to have ways of generating wood soon, so we'll get some in stock. I have nothing that works with rivers, so this could be tricky. I'm just short of being able to unlock another slot, which is a shame. We will use the Burgomaster again, but I don't feel this is the terrain for it. I think being able to put the... and we've already got the wood clearer in, haven't we? 2 archer units, which we can deal with prison swords. I think we'll be okay. We'll stick with the Burgomaster. It might not be as effective, but we'll stick with it. In terms of buying stuff, I guess, what else do they have? I'm probably going to reserve that strategic pavilion as it's a rank 2. I guess maybe axes would be the most useful. Yeah, I don't want to use too much food. We'll pay with money. Upgrades. Lots of options. I feel we're going to struggle to get big production bonuses with the way things are spread. So with that in mind, let's upgrade the technology cars. I can still do the farm for a chunk of our remaining wood. Extra 5 on the garrison? Sure. We did use some precious food there, which is a bit of a risk because I do want to unlock these other 2 slots sooner rather than later. Hopefully we can explore our way back up there. There's a stronghold coming which does not want to be around the edge, so we will set up this to contain it. That can go away till I've got somewhere good to put it. My mercenaries have arrived. Good job. Go in there. Haven't really got a good place to put you. I'll hide you in the corner for now. Fine. We'll build up like this. I don't want to block that gap at the bottom if I can avoid it. Burgomaster can sit here. Hopefully we can connect it up later. Now I can fill in the gap. Remember, we do need to do multiple rows to make the most of optimizer. We can here. If I put the mercenary camp that way, it's not the worst idea. It does block the Burgomaster though. I think we're going to have to just live with the Burgomaster being blocked, at least for now. Watchtower's going to have to hide in here. Not ideal, but there's not that many plains and fields around, so let's just take what we can get. Now I've got 2 rows set up. The rewards aren't the best because it's mostly buildings, but still. Another mercenary camp. I will reserve it for now because I can put you in there. River's no use, hide around the side. Not going to get any use out of the Burgomaster at all, am I? I was afraid that might be the case. Well, then we will take it on the chin, I guess, and just put the prison in here. There's the level 2 strategic pavilion, which I want to get rid of. I can hide their mercenary camp up the top here. Here comes the wood clearer. No really good places to put this, is there? I guess we could do it like this. I can hide the wood clearer in underneath. Fortified farm will just about connect with the watchtower from here, I think. Maybe it won't. Going to be greedy, go for production. I did hit. Okay, good. There we go. More archers. Excellent. you should trigger, yes, a double row bonus, and you'll turn into fields eventually. That's some good production rewards. Don't think we can get anything else here, can we? No, only a single. Right, that went quite well in the end. Let's sort this out. I'd like to make a big stack of swords because they've got more archers than anything. If I axe the swords to death to start with. Yeah, this will be fine. There'll be less than 20 axes left. Then I've got a big stack of swords, which take out the archers, and then there'll be less than 30 archers left, so that'll become an archer stack. Wait, there's double archers. Do it that way. Like that. Not 100% sure I got that right, but I'm too impatient to work it all out twice. Now we're cool. Ass has been kicked. 38 gold in the bank. Marvellous. And we have got some stuff that I don't really like, if I'm honest. 2 forest cards, but there's no forest coming up at all. So I guess we have to take orchard, even though I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to use it. Well, maybe I can alternate it with the Burgomaster. We'll see. Free food. Not going to sacrifice any more hit points, I don't think. Just take what we can get. We have plains heavy with a bit of river. And we do have a heal coming up. So, we know there's no woods. So we can take the wood clearer out. So I guess we can use... Well, in theory I can use the... Burgomaster is production, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, Burgomaster's production builders. This is awkward to trigger. I've got to get Orchard and Burgomaster next to each other, which isn't guaranteed by any means. But I have another slot to unlock. So we need to remove mercenaries if we can. Probably going to reserve the horse stable. So there's going to be axes to deal with. So I wouldn't mind having some more archers in the group. So with that in mind, I'll buy those. And 75 gold isn't that much, so I'll buy these as well. They're both in the deck, so we'll only have one mercenary camp that the opponent will get. That actually looks pretty strong. I like that. Oh, upgrades. Not going to upgrade the road clearer because we can't use it. Burgomaster we are using. Should I go all out on the optimizer though? Don't know if we're going to be able to get the Burgomaster to trigger, because it's going to be tricky to get it next to the orchard. Optimizer, I think we've got more chance of making work, so we'll go with that for now. Does mean I've used a lot of food, so that last unlock's a fair way away. But that's just something we'll have to deal with. I'll put that in reserve, just in case. If I'm cunning with the way I set this up, we might be able to get a 4-liner somewhere. Okie dokie, good start. The horse stable's coming. That's not ideal because I want to reserve it as mentioned. Although it triggers from nearest buildings. If I put it in there, it'll get no bonus at all and will just be a garrison 20. So I think we'll live with it. Don't really want to do that. It looks it's going to leave a nasty space there. We'll do this instead. Don't want to leave that little gap there. I guess we'll fill it and hopefully something will come along. Prison won't get triggered by the mercenary camp, so that's okay. Perfect. Okay, we've got it. We've got it. Okay, that goes there. River can go there. Here comes the big boy. Boom. With optimised bonus. Fantastic. Now what, smart guy? There's the burgomaster coming. We haven't seen the orchard yet. I guess we can reserve it for a while. We might be able to make it work. This isn't the worst place to put a watchtower. I think this side. Yeah, there is still one enemy building to come. I thought there was. The farm. I'll put it there, but I don't feel like that's going to work very well. This feels better. Should get more archers. That's a lot of fields. Enemy shipyard approaching. That might be worth reserving because I don't want to be giving them free axe units. Orchard is now on the way too. Ah, this is perfect. Yep, so the burgomaster can go down. Actually, no, whoa, hold on. Burgomaster needs to be near fields. Burgomaster goes there. Money. Not ideal, but it'll do. You go that side. Well, actually no. Leave a gap. I don't care. I'd rather get all the orchard and plains next to the production buildings. So now we did get the orchard next to the burgomaster. That's a nice little bonus. What's the best way to do this? Not like that. I think I'll keep this one out of the way. Then we can do this. Trigger some more fields. Good stuff. We picked up a lot of food from this run. Look at all that. Oof. This particular challenge run does give you, I think, a base exploration boost. So that's helping a lot. Okay, we've actually kicked ass here. I'm pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, archers go wreck the axes. And... have I got enough surviving? Hang on. Let's try and get this right. It might be easy to take out the swords first. Axes to swords. Then archer stack of doom. Takes out the axes. That's better. Oh, did I miss one? Oh, yeah, I've got some swords spare. Whatever. We'll have won by that point anyway. This has gone quite well. I think I'm used to playing on hard difficulty on the regular game. So even though there's extra mercenary units hanging around on this challenge run, the base game bonuses are much better and it's not as difficult as I thought. At least so far. I mean, we're only on Act 1. There's plenty of ways for it to go wrong yet. No Mercy is never going to trigger with the way we're playing. Don't have the spare slots for religion, so by process of elimination and expansion. Although we are doing a lot of transformation with the fields and what have you. This might be overconfidence on my part, but I don't feel the need to heal here. Things are going too smoothly. Going 35, but we've only got space for 15. I'm going to upgrade something. Oh, land expansion got hit immediately. Okay, cool. The wall. It's not a good set of terrain in terms of us getting resources. That's worth bearing in mind. Got 2 spare slots. Put the wood clearer back in. Fire the first lot of mercs. And we can just do it. Unlock the last slot by the second lot of mercs, so the enemy will only get the swordsman one to use. We get everything else, plus our production buildings. I like it. Have enough resources left to upgrade the orchard, which I guess, why not? Okay. That's a level 2 strategic pavilion, which is bad, but getting it early gives us plenty of time to surround it with terrain squares. Not terribly pleased to see the Burgomaster at this stage. I'll put it here. Hopefully we can surround it with things later. Wooden Fortress, again, can be tricky, but if we play it early, we can hide it in the corner, immediately surround it with plains, problem solved. Okay, there's a square block coming. I can't do that. It'll trigger the wall. Carefully does it. We'll put it on top instead. We can get a double row. Look at us. Considering whether I want to play Forest next to the Burgomaster. Ideally I don't, but I think beggars can't be choosers here. That fits nicely in the corner. As does the prison. This is all very smooth and I've not even had to reserve anything yet. I think that rally point's going to get reserved. Adjacent plains or fields. Doesn't look like being a problem at the moment, but Watchtower might make it a problem if I don't deal with it. Oh, we want to put it there. Put it here. We can use that little plain to surround it in a few blocks' time. Don't like the look of that at all. Let's just see what else is coming. Yeah. I know I said I was going to reserve this, but Garrison 15, garrison 17. No, I really do need to, don't I? I guess we put this here. Feels bad, looks ugly, but I suppose. And a little bonus. God, strategic pavilion's going to be awkward as well. I could put it right in the middle here and it wouldn't trigger, but that would be awful. Would it though? Looking at what we've got coming next, I think we can make it work. Check this out. You go there. You go there. Fortified farm goes in here. It is a military building though. I wanted to get the farm next to the plains. I really did. I mean, it might still trigger a little bit from over here. Or I could do it this way and plop a plains on top of it in a few blocks' time. That seems a little better. River can go in there instead. There we go. Not too bad. You can go on top of here and give me some fields. I am worried about that long block that's coming along, because if I put the river in here, I won't be able to stand it upright. We will do this instead. Wood clearer, you are completely useless at this point. Well, you turn one thing to a field. Orchard is nowhere near the Burgomaster, which was bound to happen eventually. I think we're just about done. Yep, and I've got nowhere I can put this without ending things. Okay, how are we doing? Okay. I can make a nice big stack of axes. Squash the swords. Then make a stack of swords to go after the archers. And then whatever's left finishes the wall. Don't know whether we'll lose any health here or not, but we should be okay, I think. A little bit, we take 14. That's not too bad. It does mean next time I get an opportunity to heal, I'll probably take it. So that's Act 1 finished. Good stuff. I'm going to dump forests, so I don't want charcoal kilns. Don't mind lucky finds. I already have means of making swordsmen, and we're using mercenaries for a lot of our military because we have to, because of the challenge. So let's take lucky finds. We will, well, I'm going to leave the forest. I kept saying I was going to, but that was because there was no real forest terrain on Act 1, but we don't know what's going to be on Act 2. There might be, and we have literally nothing that works with rivers yet. Bye, rivers. It would be nice if you could see the Act map before you made that decision. You'd make it a bit more informed knowledge. Really much a even split there. We'd have to go this way, which is going to be disappointing. I could skip it and just give the boss some more stuff, but I never like doing that. I like to take battles where I can. Yes, there's no really clear choice for resources here. I guess we just take what we get given and what we can synergise. as things stand, this is slightly better. There's very little in it. Card that boosts resources or technology card any type. I mean, we're doing alright for resources because we get extras. Ooh, I do like strength in numbers. That's good. Isolation is great if you can get it to work, but it's tough to trigger. We didn't see any really heavy, mountain heavy areas. And we're not doing faith, so strength in numbers it is. Okay. Yeah, we've got that combo. They've got a lot of forest and plains related things. If anything, I want more archers. Oh, I don't have enough money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this could get tricky. I need resources. I need to buy at least one unit. Yeah, I'm learning. So, when you're playing the mercenary game, you need to still have some military units to pick from, even if it's just in reserve, so that if you find yourself unable to afford some, you can bring in your own ones to cover. We are going to have to do an emergency sale of something. What don't I like? Weirdly, I think I might actually sell the optimizer from level 3. Now that things are getting trickier, I'm going to be more concerned with military and less concerned with exploration. I won't be doing fancy multi-explores so often. That gives me a lot of stuff. So now we can buy these guys. And these guys. No, I don't want swords twice. No, we'll take axes instead. There we go. There we go. So now enemy only gets one mercenary unit. We get 2. All our slots are in use. Much better. Now you see, I could upgrade the Burgomaster, but we've just learned if we're short of resources, we can't buy mercenaries. So let's not blow all our resources on upgrades. We'll keep a little bit back. Range base needs to be next to forests. I can make that work. Getting these enemy building units out of the way early is a good idea. You can hide them in the corner so they're not next to any of the terrain they need to be next to. Exactly the same over here. We can plop our mercenary camp on top of there. Well, not like that though. It leaves an awkward slot in the middle. We'll do it that way. This rally point is more awkward to play, so I'll put it in reserve. This isn't exactly friendly either. You can go in the corner here. Don't like leaving too many long gaps. I want to keep things flat if I can. Okay, we'll do it like this. Farm here. Watchtower on top here. Not ideal, but it's not totally out of the way. Then I can put my mercenary camp in here. And then fill in the side to get some planes next to the units that want it. Do you have this awkward little section to deal with at some point? Ah, there's the solution on its way. Lovely. Oh, so in fact, we're going to get a four-liner out of this, aren't we? Just plop that in there. Oh, and the Burgomaster and the Orchard are going to line up. This is going brilliantly. Look at this, fantastic stuff. Loads of gold. Four-line bonus. Shame I sold the optimizer now. That would have been even better, but never mind. Oh, look at this. Everything's falling perfectly. Orchard goes here. Everything triggers. Huge bonuses from the wood clearer, and it even removes the forest out of the way so that I can drop the enemy ranger base down without it triggering anything. What's the prison need? 30. No, that's fine. I can play it. I don't want this forest to cause trouble. Okay. Prison goes here. Forest goes on the top. No harm done. That went well. What have we got to deal with? A variety of stuff. Smack the swords without too much problems. Probably don't want to do the axes next because it'll be, I really want to leave those last. We take a stack of swords next. Then we make archers, and then we finish them off. That looks pretty good. Once again, I'm far too lazy and impatient to sit with the calculator and work all this out. We'll eyeball it for the sake of speed. That's gone brilliantly. 59. Boom. Marvellous. Don't need faith. We could do militia, but we did just say that it might be useful to have a military unit or two in reserve. So for that reason, we'll take supply line. We're not struggling for food at all. Don't want religion, so plains it is. Guess just a watchtower again to have an easy to fit in additional military unit should I need it. We're going to go through the middle here. Yeah, we're going to have to hit the second battle. That said, I would like another technology card. Guess we'll pick up some stone in case we need it. Don't know if that's the correct decision. A combat boost or an any type. Let's go any type, see what we get. An extra card to choose from, not the worst. Isolation, as mentioned, is tricky to make work. Or tactical advantage. I'll take erudition. More choices are more better. Okay, wow, that's a lot of archers coming for the enemy. We need more swords. We have more swords. Done. Leave the last one for them to get some axes, that's okay. Have the most of here? Planes. I could upgrade the Burgomaster again. Oh, I could upgrade strength in numbers. I like that so much. We're not using these new ones yet. I guess I could consider putting another watchtower in. They're both archer units though, so they won't be overly effective. I think we'll stick with what we've got. Upgrade the Burgomaster. And we'll upgrade land expansion as we're still triggering a lot of transforming of squares. We'll leave the rest in reserve. In fact, we can't do any more upgrades anyway. Away we go. That side might be slightly better. I can put you up the edge. That's a lot of military buildings. Ah, the old Burgomaster Orchard combo is going to come along. Stone Fortress needs to not be aligned with mountains. I mean, okay, I guess I'll try and make it work. Ooh. Now the Bastion's a noble building. That's nasty. That's getting reserved and is staying reserved. It makes a load of extra planes when you place it, which messes things up and takes up space. It's got a big garrison. It triggers off planes. Go away forever. Do not line up stone with the stone building. Flies in here. Watchtower, where do I want you to be? Honestly, just stay down here and keep things neat and tidy. Okay, this is doesn't really work well with the watchtower placing this here, but I don't want it lined up with the stone military building there. I guess we'll have to. Prison fits in nicely, gives us a double row, that's handy. Enemy vantage point is a level 3, which is a little scary. Plains or field adjacent to connected mountains, so it needs to be connected to a mountain. There, it isn't. That makes things a little bit messy. If I do that instead. Oh, no, that works. The stone priest will fit in here. Then we can do this. Fortified farm can go here, I guess. Pretty good. Awesome. Big bonus for that. We even get an extra row to finish. I'm pleased with that one. Not a gap in sight. So let's start by, I don't know, let's start by taking out the axes. That's their smallest stack. Which actually isn't straightforward. We only have a few archers. Might be one or two survivors, but that's okay. No, I want axes to axes, don't I? That's a better trade. Don't have many axes either. But we'll send them into the swords. I think some of these swords will survive, which is unfortunate. But then they'll run into all my swords, which will do the job. And then we can finish on the archers. Not 100% sure that's the optimal way of doing that. But it's close enough. Sometimes it's better to put enemy stacks together first before you do your own. That might have been the case there. Strength in numbers is giving us that little green up arrow, which is really helping. And it's got us over the line. So we're good. Four options to choose from. Royal Garden's brilliant for getting resources, but it's a bit late on for that now. Stone Mine looks cute. I don't see much use for it. I could take a second fortified farm, I suppose. I could take the castle. Placing planes on adjacent spaces makes noble cards annoying to play, though. That said, we were hurting for axe units in the last battle. Not 100% sure about that choice, but we'll do it. We don't have to play it. I'm going to go here and refill, I think. Battle first. Level 3 hidden cave. Next to forests and mountains, of which there are plenty. That's probably going to get reserved. Even so, still a lot of enemy swords around. We do need axes for this. Well, that's handy. You and you. Perfect. I think I still prefer all the units that I've got rather than any of these three. There's not a huge difference, I don't think. Could upgrade the wood clearer, but it ain't going to trigger that much, and I want to leave some resources back for future mercenary purchasing. Okay. I get greedy and try and make that long piece work. Who am I kidding? Of course I try and make it work. Connected forest and connected mountain, you say? Got a plan. Got a plan. Well, clear goes here. Triggers on nothing yet. That kind of scuppers it. I was looking ahead to the orchard, which can go in here and will surround the hidden cave. But that gets in the way. Alright, I'll give up on my cunning plan of trying to set up a big return off the long piece. I will instead go for production buffs from the orchard. That kind of sucks as well, doesn't it? I'll plonk it in here with no particular pleasure, but at least it gets some value out of the fortified farm. Stone Fortress is going to be a pain to deal with. Go away forever. Placing the mercenary camp there does mean I'm not going to get anything out of the wood. What's it called? Wood clearer. But them's the breaks. Oh, another awkward long piece. Not being kind to us on this run, is it? I guess I'll just have to put it here. Ugh. Looks ugly. But still. It does work because we can put the Burgomaster in here and get its bonuses. Boom. Two mercenary camps on the way. Okay. Do it like that. At least we get a double row from it. Do not put the prison next to the big mercenary camp or it will get nerfed. Hide it over here instead. And that's just about it, isn't it? Can we squeeze out an extra line or two? I think we can. There we go. Perfect. Well, not quite perfect. One little hole there. Still pretty good. Right. Ups all swords. So we need to go ups all axes, which luckily we can do. And strength in numbers will be triggering here as well, which will really help. $87 of our units, I think, against these 120 odd of theirs. Very hasty maths. I think we'll be about evens. Although no, strength in numbers will give us more, so we should survive with 10 or 20 spare, I think. How's my mental arithmetic? Yeah, pretty good. Excellent. We've got a lot of resources there as well. Strongholds are awkward to get value from, I find. We're not doing faith. I don't think I need another military unit. I've got 3 that I'm not using already. We'll take clearing. Now it's healy time. I could spend gold to heal, but we might need that for buying mercenary units. Full health. The keep. Now, let me think about this. What will work with the keep and what won't? Anything that's big and difficult to place is a nightmare on the keep because you end up triggering their bonus units. Take Watchtower. There's no one terrain type particularly helping. We'll clear us a single square, that'll be fine. Fortified farm's too good not to take. Don't think I need the Burgomaster here. Or the orchard. I'm sacrificing production. But I think I'd rather take a second watchtower and a supply line instead. Now it still leaves me 2 slots for mercenaries. And again, these are going to be tricky to place because of the way the keep works with its trap squares. But that doesn't mean we don't take them, because, you know, we'll get killed if we don't. I actually find the T shape the easiest to place, I feel. Other than that, I guess unit type doesn't really matter here. Which resource do I care about the most? I feel like I'm producing a lot of food, so this is the easiest purchase. I guess we'll go with that. We can upgrade strength in numbers, never a bad idea. And that's it. Okay. This is the first battle on this run that I've genuinely felt nervous about. The keep always gives me trouble. Let's see if we can make it work. Okay, you can go on those 4 trap squares immediately. Don't hate these initial blocks. You can block up some stuff. Mercenary camp can sit in here quite happily. Oh, that works out beautifully, in fact. That fills all the traps in on the right. The better of our 2 watchtowers can sit in here and get a lot of bonuses. This is a little untidy, but it covers the traps perfectly and gives us some units. That can get reserved. Haven't seen a single forest yet for the wood clearer. I'm just going to hide it under here. Okay, yep. And you go there. Mercenary camp fits in here. No traps triggered. Good. That's less useful. I guess this is the least worst place to put it. Don't have a... No, I could put the prison here, but it would make it really fiddly to place anything else. I'm trying to keep this middle section clear for other things, but I think this is probably the right decision, honestly. That's ugly as sin and can go down the left. Farm fits in here beautifully. And a supply line work I've forgotten. It needs to be in a row with multiple terrains, and it also needs to be vertical so it triggers off 2 rows and not 1. So with that in mind, right down here seems to be the way to go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was quite effective. Cost us a lot in resource penalties, but 50 archers is huge. The watchtower coming, which I'm thinking we can put next to the fortified farm, actually, if we make a spot here. Absolutely nothing for that, because it was only level 1. I assumed it would trigger some of the fields, and it didn't. I think this is the battle we've got, isn't it? Yep, I think we're done. Oh no, hold on. Can I find a way of getting a planes unit on top of that last watchtower? I don't think I can. There's nowhere else I can put this. No, it doesn't work, does it? Okay. Okay, they've got 180. We need to at least make the most of our strength in numbers bonuses by stacking units of the same type. That's 100 odd. That's 120. That's 140. That's about 160 odd. I think we survived with at least 20 without the strength in numbers bonuses. So maybe 35, 40. No, it's the other way, isn't it? Might be about evens. We will see. Brilliant. Didn't take a point of damage. Do I get an achievement for that game? Flawlessed it. No? Ah, I feel like that should have been an achievement. Perfecting a challenge run boss. Come on. Hidden Cave, a level 2, is an interesting get. Works on connected forest and mountains though. I'm not going to get rid of the plains because half a dozen buildings that are using that, which means I'm going to have to dump either forest or mountain, and it's probably going to be mountain. Yeah, I don't think I've got any buildings that work on stone. So it really only works with forests. Nevertheless, it's a level 2 built military unit. I think I like it. So we leave the mountain and on to Act 3. What have we got coming? Oh, a big load of forests. That's handy. And again, if I choose my route properly, I can go some very forest heavy routes to make that unit work. And then we get a heal before the last boss. Okay. Other than that, I think I do still want more technology cards. I have plenty of choices of actual cards. Tactical advantage might trigger occasionally. Sure. Kind of think I'll forget it's there, but will give me an unexpected bonus. Okay, wow. Ups all axes. Oh, they're awkward as well. You have to avoid aligning buildings with the military buildings. So we are going to need archer units, which actually I have equipped from the last boss anyway. Really want the hidden cave in as well though. Do you know what? I think we remove the wood clearer. If I'm going to play hidden cave, I want forest pieces connected. If I'm playing wood clearer, I'm removing forest. I don't want to do that. So you go in. Oh look, we can't afford mercenaries. That's unfortunate. What do we need to sell? It'd be nice to get some axes. So with that in mind, we need a bit of gold. We can do that. Given that we've already established, I'm not going to use the wood clearer anymore. What else don't I like? And is worth gold. I'm probably never going to use the castle. What do I get for selling it? 50 gold. How much do I need? Hold on. We need to work this out. I'm not using the castle. Could get rid of Burgomaster or Orchard. I only need to sell one more card though to be able to afford the mercenary camp. I think that's okay. We can just sell the castle. Now, the risk here is I've only bought one mercenary unit as opposed to the two I normally buy. So both of these are going to be in use by the enemy, which is scary. I don't see any other alternative. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can put one of the production buildings back in. I mean, I've took the wood clearer out, so I don't think the orchard's going to be much use anymore. Burgomaster will still work off the fields. Neither of these two units are great, actually. Keep the Burgomaster for now. Assuming I survive this battle, I might sell both of those production cards. We'll go all out on military. Yuck. So, the alarm tower mustn't be aligned with my military buildings. Heck. This is going to be bad. I can't be cheeky with the long piece here. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. I messed it up. Well, poop. Let's see if we can recover. I think we're going to have to just take a gap here and be done with it. This alarm tower I can place safely. Relatively safely. We go here. I think that's okay. Burgomaster won't trigger the alarm tower, but we can connect it to some fields down here, so that's fine. Another alarm tower only works off enemy buildings, although if I put it on top, I can't place the watchtower. No, I can. It's fine. It's fine. Put that on top. And then the watchtower on top of that. Good. Okay, let's just keep things tidy. There's a mercenary camp on the way, but we don't need to worry about alignments with that at least. Okay, that isn't ideal because I'd rather have planes on top of the farm, but I think I just need to concentrate on not messing things up at this point. Production becomes less important as you get further in, with only like 3 or 4 rounds to go before the final boss. It doesn't need to stack as much. Does Hidden Cave need to be next to? Ah, Hidden Cave needs to be next to forests. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Is it? Hang on. Oh, it's connected forests. Oh, this is going to be huge. Fantastic. Check this out for a buff. Oh. Only 15? Damn. I think we need to upgrade that. That's a big area of forest for not much reward. I'll put that there. Sneak the watchtower in here and maybe get a little bit more out of it. Oh god, where do I put this? There is literally nowhere I can put this that doesn't buff it in some way. I think this is the least worst line because it only triggers one thing. Oh, that hurts. Got a few more swords out of that forest at least. We can get a few more archers out of this plane that's coming. One last mercenary camp. Okie dokie. Can we survive this? I think we probably can, honestly. We send this little group of axes in first. Take out the swords. And then we need the biggest stack of archers that we can put together. So stack up like this, get the maximum strength in numbers bonuses, and hope for the best. Oh god, there's another 50 up there. Ooh, this is going to be scary. But you know, 150 of our own units is pretty good. Oh yeah. Ooh, 44 survived. That's a lot better than I was expecting. Roadhouse, no, we've already got one. Not doing anything with rivers. Not doing anything with stone, so terraformers. Which is a useful technology card. It doesn't matter which way I go here, I can just take what I want. I think what we want is gold as much as anything. I'm not going to risk losing hit points here. Give me military. Raider colony is very good. Wooden fortress, yeah. Nobles are difficult to make work. Like Raider colony, that might get used. So what are we up against here? Lots of archers. It would be nice to throw in some more sword units if we could. I'm going to add Raid Colony. I'm going to take out the Burgomaster. We're done with production at this point. It's all out on military, I think. Well, say that. Burgomaster still works with all the fields that might be around. You can survive for one more go. And we have... yeah, we need swords. We need swords to take out their archer units. Ugh. That does mean I need to take the Burgomaster out in order to play them. Do I give them 2 units? going to try. See what we can upgrade. I can upgrade the Raider colony. I shall. Now I can't afford to buy anything else, so I guess I'm committed to this risky play of leading 2 enemy mercenaries. We will see how it works out. Supply line coming early, which I don't like. I think I'd like to hide that at least for now. Nasty looking castle heading my way. That's going to be tricky to deal with. But, you know, popping down a load of planes isn't a bad thing when I've got 2 watchtowers coming next. The little one can go here. And the big one can go here. Not a good long piece to use, really. Another bastion coming. I don't want to use another noble piece if I can help it. Guess I'm going to have to use the supply line here. There's less terrain here than there would normally be because I've put a castle there. Bastion's going to have to stay hidden. Yeah, I'm just going to have to suck this, I think. It's going to be a big old stack of archers, but I'm getting my own archers at the same time. So it kind of evens out. Own supply line coming. I'll try to make a better job of. Do it vertically rather than horizontally, so it triggers twice. It's a much lower level than theirs, unfortunately. You need to be connected to forests. Well, that's handy. You are. Raider colony we really need to hide next to other buildings so that it doesn't get nerfed by its transformation abilities, which we can do by putting it here. Do you trigger off wasteland? No, you turn things into wasteland. That's fine. You could be next to wasteland. Not an issue. You recruit for terrain in your row. What if I just don't put any terrains in your row? Huh? What if I don't? Nerfs the raider colony slightly, but it gives me more stuff. guess. Can't help that one. Last mercenary camp goes in. And that is that. How bad is this going to be? That looks a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. Stack up all my, don't have many swords. I stack up all my axes. That gives me like 60 odd. So I'll still have 50 odd when they come down to here. But then I can just pile in. Maybe to these guys even, axes versus axes. Not sure about that. How about a different order? How about I start with my archers? We've got 80 of them, including the strength in numbers bonus. So they should kick the ass of the axes quite comfortably. Then I can get my axes together. Nope, no I can't. How many will survive here? Hang on. Hang on, there's an easy way of doing this. There's an easy way of doing this. This is one of those situations where I want to get the enemy to go first. So let the enemy make a big stack of axes so they don't have swords to worry about. Then we send them into our archers. And then hopefully, God, does this work? 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, that's about right, I think. And then I can put my axes out and I put my swords together. Truth. Combo them with my axes. Take on their archers. That hurt my brain. I don't know if the math works out there. We'll find out. I think it did. Awesome sauce. Woo! God damn, 74. I went way better than I thought it was going to when I saw the initial numbers there. Righty-ho. Increase my max HP. I don't think that... Does that give me HP as well? Or is it 15 empty? I think it's 15 empty. That said, there's literally nothing else I want. Everything else is going to be military at this point, not production or religious. Go on. Yeah, it is empty hit points. But we might get the opportunity to heal before the boss, if we take any damage here. Okay, that's some scary stuff. I am going to buy what mercenaries we can. Because of course I am. Really like to be able to buy another one. I'm never going to use the orchard again. What do I get if I sell that? quite a bit. Enough, in fact, to buy some more swords. Which, in order to play, I need to drop the... Well, I've dropped the Burgomaster already. I will ditch the level 1 watchtower, which isn't doing a lot for us, and replace it with a level 3 mercenary camp. So they only get one set of mercenaries now to R2. I'm not... I was going to say I was not going to upgrade anything. I might have to upgrade Strong Defender actually, because then we can get more value from the heal. Just a teeny bit. Okay, let's go. We're going to lose faith if we align things to these. At this point, I don't care. This is the last battle before the boss. If I lose production bonuses, so be it. I'll deal with it. That's just mercenaries, so sure, I guess. Not a great watchtower. Oh, I can hide there. Training camp could be nasty. There's going to be so many things aligned to it. That's got to get reserved. Okay, we're getting some planes around the watchtower. This is good. And the supply line, in fact. This is helping us out quite a bit. There's another Heretics Lair on the way, which I really don't care about. In terms of the alignment penalties, at least. Don't put the prison next to the Heretics Lair or it will get nerfed. Raider colony. I'll hide over here. I know it leaves a space, but I don't want it adjacent to any terrain. Just want as many fields as possible next to the units that care about that. Yeah, minus 12 on the faith. We aren't going to get many resources from this. So be it. Training camp needs to be aligned to allied military buildings. We can prevent that from happening. We can. By plonking it over here. Well, that would work. Makes things look a bit messy, but who cares about that at this stage? We're getting no exploration bonuses anyway because of the faith. Whatever. Hidden cave isn't going to work at all here. That's not entirely true. I can plonk a forest on top of it right at the end. like this. Try and squeeze as many forests next to it as possible before the end, which is basically that. Ooh, right. I have a little stack of axes to deal with, which we can do simply enough, like that. I have a bigger stack of swords, which we can also deal with fairly comfortably, like that. And then they have a lot of archers, which we should be able to handle with our remaining units. There we go, I think. Oh, I've ended up with a giant stack of axes. I don't think I wanted to do that. Yeah, that was an unfortunate trade at the end. But we still got away with it. We're never going to use no mercy. Third watchtower? A not very good wooden fortress, I guess. Not terribly impressed with any of those options, if I'm honest. Now, I was going to heal. I almost always heal. But I want to buy mercenary units. Is it worth trading? I like the most. I might regret this decision, but I want money to be able to buy mercenaries, and I've got more stone than I know what to do with. Therefore, that feels better than healing 20 hit points. So it's off to the dungeon we go. See, totally worth. I can buy you and you. Can't get 300 food to get the third one, otherwise I totally would. Even split of forests and plains. I care. I think anything here that I don't want is the question. Supply line probably won't work well here, because there's a big enemy building in the middle of the final thing. I'll take that out, replace it with the wooden fortress. Everything else in one way or another, possible exception of the hidden cave, although there's lots of forest around. What would I replace it with? A level 1 unit? Nah. Final upgrades. Can only do an exploration bonus, which, you know, we'll do it just because it will give us more points at the end if we win, but no other reason. Here we go. A cool 225 to beat to start with. There will probably be more. Going to reserve that because I can't play it without triggering a trap. Do want to avoid traps at all costs. Well, almost all costs. Don't put the prison next to the keep. That would be silly. Hide it on the edge. Hidden cave needs to be next to forests, so we can do that. I knew you were going to put that as a trap when the long one turned up. This looks ugly as sin, but I think it's the correct decision. No, I don't. I think that's the correct decision, weirdly. Now I can put the long piece in that awkward gap. Mercenary camp that I've just triggered can get reserved. Hopefully we'll be able to bribe our way to not triggering any further ones. Kept the forest connected, that's good. Now we can start getting some rows, hopefully. Oh, yeah, the exploration bonus smashed us through that. Having said that, I can't play this without triggering a trap, which is unfortunate. I guess we'll just have to take that one on the chin. 30. Oof. Okay, where are all my military units, please? I need them. I don't want to cover this forest up because it will mess up the... What's it called? Hidden cave. I might have to. Raider colony, that's not the best time for you to turn up, honestly. I'd much rather you were later than this. Guess I'll put you here. Don't like it, but I do get the adjacency bonus. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Guess I'll have to do that and leave a gap. Finally, I can reconnect the cave at the cost of leaving more spaces, which isn't ideal. Slight nerf to the raider colony, which is bound to happen at some point, honestly. Ah, heck. I have to trigger another trap. I think I am. Ouch. That's a good place for a watchtower, mind you. That helps too. Very good. I could put the mercenary camp next to the raid colony without it harming it in any way. That's less useful, but yeah. Space is at a premium at this point. No, I want the wooden... no, we can still put the wooden fortress over here. This is fine. Perfect. That triggers once, then the plains triggers as well. Good. Ugh. Running out of space, but that's okay. One last forest to trigger. Any other benefits I can get from anything anywhere? Don't think there is, honestly. Right. This is it. Am I anywhere near being able to do this? I don't know. We can take out these axes fairly straightforward. After that, it's just a case of stacking everything together, getting the strength in numbers bonus. I do not know how close this is going to be. We need 210, 215 to win. Oh, it's close. Oh, it's close. Think we're good? Think we're good? 47 damage. We win on 23. Come on. Go me. Victory. Woohoo. Well, that was fun. Still didn't do the last mission for the progress tree though. That's the only one I haven't done yet. So I could do another trial run, but that took a lot longer than I thought it would. What does this do? Range is bigger. That feels like it's quite an easy challenge, honestly. It affects our buildings and theirs. Rather than do another challenge run today, we'll save that for another day. Instead, let's do a quick blat at an extreme difficulty challenge. I'm sure this will lead to my death. I'm either going to die quick or win spectacularly. Extreme difficulty with the order. Hardest difficulty for the hardest faction to play. What could possibly go wrong? I think it matters what I do early for terrain, because we aren't using terrain yet for the order. It's all about getting crusaders. So with that in mind, I'm going to start by building a church twice. So we do get some rewards from what little resources we gather, and it applies to the crusaders as well. This is the kind of faction that wants to use faith and religious buildings as well. So we will. Absolutely gonna have to go for big bonuses on exploration too. So I'll try to set something up. to set something up and then immediately screw it up. Ugh. Okay, that's gone wrong already. Wow. What do you trigger off? You need different terrain types. That's easy to work off. Well, this is just a bad start. And honestly, I'm going too quickly at this point. I should be thinking more carefully about these maneuvers. I feel like it's deliberately giving me really bad pieces though. Oh well, I can get some bonuses off the Traitors Chevalier, even though this is a peaceful mission. I do still get bonuses for the military units. Actually, no, I won't get a bonus from that, will it? It'll trigger off the 4. Ugh. Let's just move on from this aberration of a mission that I just did. Get 18 Crusaders to finish and a bit of a bonus from Faith. That was a terrible start. We aren't exploring fields, please have nothing to make fields this time. We have no way of earning gold, so that's going to be no good. So I guess we take the stronghold. And also I mean, there is a river coming. I like Fluvial Guard. That's a good unit. This is oh, it's a peaceful river. Well, there's a river on this one as well. No rivers there though. There is over there. Okay, we'll get some use out of it. We can unlock a thing. In fact, we can unlock 2 things. No, we can't. We're just short. So I don't want to do any more expeditions yet because I want to unlock building slots. I'm going to remove the Traitors Chevalier because it's going to be a nightmare to get to work with 3 different terrain types. I'll put the Fluvial Guard in instead. Can't do any upgrades. Off we go. Enemy horse stable. The river guard needs to be connected to a river. I haven't got any rivers to connect it to yet. But I can at least put it here so that it stops the enemy horses or stables from getting any bonus units. There's a second one on the way which we can actually put on top of the first one. It'll work twice. Your guard needs to be connected to a river. Which we can do like this. Plop. Kind of making a bit of a problem for myself down the left here. But I absolutely want to make sure I can make this river work at all. Don't square border. Where's a good place to sneak a stronghold in? If I do this, church comes down, gets buffed by the fluvial guard. Reserve that for a second. Stronghold can go here. Now I can start fencing it in. Well, I'd like to leave the river free if I can. That can go on top. We can fill in some spaces down here. I'd like to see another river piece on the way. I don't know if I'm going to. Here comes one. Can't put that there. I want the river connected to the stronghold. This is a little bit suboptimal, but I think it's worth it for the river bonus. Do it like this. Have no other units coming. Can squeeze out one more row of bonuses though. Wait, did you not get any more? Did I do that backwards? I did that backwards, didn't I? I needed spaces or borders. I didn't need to surround it. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Be sure to follow and subscribe for more quality gameplay such as that. So can I fix this screw up? Well, not easily, no, is the answer. That's probably the least worst route. That's not saying much. Ouchie. So we take 15. After the gloriously good performance in the last run, this one is not so good so far. We need more military. Give me a horse stable. Do we have a heal before the boss? We do. I might die before we get to that point, but we're hurting for resources, so trade time. I can now trade some of that food for gold, which we're struggling to produce on our own. Hostile region, no rivers. I just need to close the door a sec. Had the door open to keep things cool in here, but the wind had just taken it a bit and blown it open. Fixed now. So we can remove the fluvial guard because there's no rivers. We can add the horse stable. As it's only a 2 terrain area, if we unlock this, we can bring the Cractus Chevalier back, at least temporarily. Don't think there's any value in plundering or outposting just yet. I will absolutely upgrade the Crusader outpost though. We need more Crusaders, that's absolutely critical. Okay. I'll do this to start with. The alarm tower needs to be aligned to enemy military buildings. I haven't got any to play yet, so we can hide that under there. Reserve the long piece. Enemy not allied, just double check. Can't actually see. I'm pretty sure it said enemy. Church is not a military building, so we can go in here. It's not aligned anyway. No problem with placing the Crusader outpost here. And we can now make sure it gets both terrain type triggers like that. Don't have a convenient way of filling in this little corner piece coming. So much as I'd like to keep this plane in reserve till we can do a 4-liner, I think it's not the way to go. What I can actually do is put a stronghold here that actually works this time. It actually helps us to have an empty square here, and we've got some borders as well. Although, why don't I not do that? Although the next two pieces are still really awkward as well. Now let's get it down. This is getting fiddly. Where do I put this to work well with the horse stable or the Tractor Chevalier? Honestly, neither of them look great. I do this. The horse stable will trigger reasonably well. I guess. Put the Tractor Chevalier here. Maybe we can surround it with forests. Like this. Careful with this alarm tower. Actually, we need to reserve it. Oh no, I can't reserve it. Extreme difficulty, we can't reserve enemy buildings. So I guess that forces me to play it here, where it at least doesn't trigger anything. So I can do this and get a nice bonus. I'm not going to be able to connect the Tractor Chevalier up though. The damn shame. Or am I? Hold on. Hold on. We can. That one goes there. Oh. In fact, do it like that. Even better. There we go. That's a good use of it. That's much better. We even got the stronghold to work reasonably well. Okay, I'm a lot happier with that. Axes into swords. Any survivors? No. Archers first. Like a giant stack of archers, because we need to be able to take out these axes. And then we'll finish with swords against swords, because that's the best we can do. Ding. Hooray! We didn't lose any more health. I'd like a bigger win than that, honestly, because it converts into Crusaders. Got a bit of faith, though. So we are up to 150. I think that's enough for the next deck slot. Training camp is always useful. We will not use any more hit points for this, but I'll happily take 3 gold. And now we have another battle to do. No forests on this, but that doesn't matter. Oh, it's 200 to unlock, not 150. That's a shame. What don't I like? Horse stable's tough to work. I think training camp's easier to trigger. Fluvial Guard I think will survive without because there's only 5 river squares. If I could afford the upgrade, I'd probably do it. Oh, upgrade the Holy Crusade. Any opportunity, absolutely. Could upgrade the Fluvial Guard, but we aren't using it. I could increase our faith again, which would be brave and would prevent us from upgrading our crusade. Would use all our crusaders so we couldn't get any more slots. But this is a risk. But my starting faith goes up, which means my resources goes up. I get more crusaders if I win. Although I acknowledge it's a big if. Those rally points are going to be tricky to deal with given that I can't reserve one. But hopefully we can generate enough archers to get us over the line. Let's find out. So that's Faith 6. We're going to get some bonuses for that. Just a regular mercenary camp, which I will hide here. Will I? No, no, I'll put it... I'm trying to think so far ahead here. Yeah, we'll put it here. Because you can reserve the long piece, connect the river like this. Actually, I'm not playing Fluvial Guard, am I? I was thinking the use of Fluvial Guard later, we didn't put it in the deck. Ignore me. So I guess what we can do then is at least put the Crusader outpost here so that it gets the Crusaders from the river, and then here for the Crusaders from the plains. This works. You need to be adjacent to plains and fields, which I can avoid by hiding you right there. You also want to be next to plains and fields. Hide you here so that you aren't. Can I surround the Cracked Chevalier with plains, or would it trigger from the church? Don't know. Science. If I get 2 archers because I'm next to the church, I'm going to be upset. Hopefully I'll get the bonus from the planes instead, which will be way more useful. Stronghold aligns with the training camp. If I put it here, so we get some bonuses. I don't want to surround it, but I'm going to have to, I think, just to be able to play everything else. I was holding out for that. 4-liner. Could be vital. And we get 2 archers. Boom. That makes the Traitors Trial even harder to play. Can't just do the best terrain type. It's got to be the best type of anything. Oh, that's nasty. My stack of axes here isn't much use to anybody. They've got no swords and they're not going to have any. So let's just throw them straight into the other stack of axes. Then their axes go to my archers and lose, and then the last 2 join up for some archer versus archers to finish. Not great. If I'd got this Traitors Chevalier better, it wouldn't have been as bad. Oof. Oof. Ow. Okay, we're down to 17 hit points. Buy the sword looks cool, but 80 units is hard to get. And we need more military. So, siege camp. Good news is we can heal a bit. Bad news is I think the wall's going to murder me. But we'll see. Triple building type means Traitors Chevalier is going to be a nightmare to work. We will take the siege camp. I'm not going to use the church because I need all the military we can get. I think I slightly prefer the horse stable. Yeah. 2 archer units, we want a sword. Have no more slots for anything else. I can upgrade the fluvial guard, which I think we should. It'll be tough to trigger. But we might be able to make it work. I could do a desperation outpost, but if we're going to have any hope of progressing, we need more Crusaders to unlock slots. So we'll go Death or Glory on this. You need to be near the Fluvial Guard when it shows up. Go into reserve for a little while. Now that's interesting, because I can plop the siege camp straight on top of one of their buildings. Lovely. Now I don't want to put it next to the strategic pavilion because they'll gain units from that. Hide it over here. Here come all the river units. Which I don't hate. We can build a river going up this way. So where am I going to put the long piece? Probably here. And that's okay. I can put their rally point here, so it'll hit my siege camp and get nerfed. I will reserve my stronghold for now. Hide the Crusader outpost here, I suppose. I'm happy about that. Stronghold, you can go here. That gives you some adjacent empty squares. An adjacent empty square. Put this here to trigger the Crusaders. That can go in there without triggering anything. Where the heck is my Fluvial Guard? I really need it. Horse stable will trigger the strategic pavilion if I put it there, which is a damn shame. I think I need to do it anyway, weirdly. I think it's evens on the resources, but I get a row for it. Training camp will trigger nicely if I put it right there. That's good. Did I not put the Fluvial Guard in the deck? Thought I did. I didn't, did I? I've been waiting for that for no reason. Good. Well played, me. Well, that being the case, we can fill in this gap. And at this point, it's just a case of can we squeeze out a couple of rows of resources. Long piece is going to be fiddly, but if we put that there, I can lie it flat. Hi, Real Rhyme. Yeah, this is very grim. I'm on extreme difficulty and I might be about to die. Oof. Okay, let's see if we can salvage this mess. Extreme difficulty run. I know the stream title says trial. I did that to start with. We won the trial game. That went very well. I've now moved on to a quick extreme difficulty run before I wrap up for the night. It might be a very quick run as well, but we'll see. Can I salvage this? What have we got to deal with? Well, we could start by biffing these swords relatively easily. Then we can take out the axes like this. Although, then the swords are going to be hitting... Actually, you need to use this big group of axes, don't I? I've got more axes than anything. So what I want is enemy swords for them to smack. So I put those into swords. That becomes a proper sword stack. Then throw them into my axes like this. Throw them into the smaller stack. Then I think the swords stay as swords. And we can hopefully stack them with everything else and take out the archers and then die on the wall. Ooh, that was some math. Let's see if we live. Oh, I think we turned into our axes. Ah, we're not swords anymore. We were one short of staying as... Ah, that murdered me. Would we have died anyway? Maybe. Ah. I made some silly mistakes early in that run and it cost us the whole way. I will be back for more extreme difficulty. I can do better than that, I'm sure. But overall, not a bad night's work. I've done all the trials now except for the bottom two. Long range, which looks relatively easy maybe, and invasion. They'll have to wait for another night because I really need to wrap up at this point. I've gone way longer than I was expecting to tonight. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. On the YouTubes, give us a like and a subscribe and all those good things. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.